Welcome to Clapham South. We're here to look at a project that we came to look at a year ago. It's been amazing seeing the transformation of this house, and I really want to show you what we've been up to. Okay, come and have a little bit. My name is Julian. I'm an architect and director of Julian McIntosh Architects. And today we're in Clapham Common to look at this amazing project. It's called the Courtyard House. It's an amazing house where we've looked at light, layout and flow. Anyway, enough of me talking out here. I want to show you inside. Okay, let's go. Wow, I mean, every time I come into this space, I am so impressed with the light, the softness of feel, and the openness of space. And for me, that's what it's all about. So where to start with this space? I mean, when I first came here, this was a conservatory that was so poorly built. It had no insulation in it. It had a very large plastic skylight, and it wasn't a usable space. So much has been done in this design to open up space, to let light in and to make it all flow. Maybe you can see here that there's a big cutout leaning towards the kitchen. This used to be a wall, and this was opened up to make sure that we can have this great connection between kitchen space and dining space. And what really sings in this space is the amount of natural light that is actually coming in and absorbing the space and making it feel even more open plan. I'm really proud of the roof light that's been created here. In fact, roof light is probably the wrong word. It's a sky lantern, and it is incredibly large sky lantern. As much glass here is opened, so there's minimal frame but maximum glass. And what's beautiful is, again, design. The dining table perfectly sits underneath this space. And outside, we've been able to open up the views through these great sliding glass doors. And as you can see, there's patio space. The client's done a phenomenal job with bringing the garden back into view. So you've really got a calm piece of oasis here through just connecting natural views, natural light, and actually looking at how the layout of the space works. A beautiful large dining table for 6 people. I'm really impressed with how it turned out from what was an old conservatory, no insulation, just a block sitting within these 2 wings of the house, to now a joined up, lovely, welcoming, and really comfortable kitchen, dining, social room. Don't worry, I'm not cooking today, so you won't be able to see my incredible cooking skills today. But what I am very excited to do is to tell you a bit about this design. So as you can see, this is a beautifully designed kitchen. It's head to toe cupboards. So those run along the back wall of the kitchen. I think it's so beautiful to have all of this kitchen storage space, but the grid line of the doors means that each door is equal, with a small door on the end for certain items. And what I love about this design is that it makes breathable space for the kitchen to move around the island, which is a phenomenal size of island. It's just over 2 meters long and, relatively deep, but it means that you can cook and entertain people. And these lovely lights by Artemidi, they're an amazing lighting company, really set off the space with beautiful finishes left to right. I really can't fault this kitchen. But again, thinking about the architectural design, what is really important is that the kitchen sits back into the space and actually creates its own zone without having any doors, any walls, anything that blocks you off it still feels like it's its own space, which I really love, with a view out to the garden, a view onto the table, whether that's kids eating their dinner or doing their homework. It's all thought about in the design. For me, architecture is about experiences, it's about space, it's about light, it's about remembering how we build, and it's about thinking how we can improve the spaces that we build. We thought about the design with the client, we thought about what natural light means, we thought about having a unique element to the design. We saw the opportunity for what could be an atrium space. And if you look at this tall piece of glass that is at the end of this beautiful bedroom suite, this is really about bringing the outside in. What you can see is a courtyard, very small but very impactful space that allows you to see from the bedroom through into a garden, over into a dining room, and further out into the garden, connecting views, bringing in light, and having that unique gem of a space at the heart of the house, something in which the whole house congregates around, that is both beautiful and practical, and probably would say special as well. So bathrooms are always a challenging part to get right in the house. And this bathroom has really connected what was an unloved part of the house back to creating a family home again. So what I think is right about this design is this was actually an existing bathroom within the previous or existing house. And it used to open to a bedroom over there. But we actually made a cut through the old kitchen. We created a new door opening down into this incredible master suite. So again, we're thinking about layout, we're thinking about flow, and we're thinking about natural light. And these beautifully patterned walls actually serve as a backdrop when you're in the dining room, walking along the corridor. These materials really are well illuminated by the light, but create pattern, surface, texture that is really layered. It's not just one feel on the wall, it's a mixture of feels in terms of different types of tile, but we're having materials that are permeating further through the building because we're using glass, we're using light, and we're using views through to make space feel so layered and so exciting and so vibrant and so special. And this type of layered architecture is what's important, because when we live in a building, we can be there for years and we need to have new experiences of the house day in, day out. But by using these techniques, watching how light changes a space, watching how the elements change a space, seeing through and beyond a lens through to new spaces, that's what it's all about. That brings character, that brings something special. As you can see, this is where all the washing and drying and all the work is done. I mean, not by me, but somebody's got to do it. I am so happy with how this space has turned out. I mean, it was so difficult of a space. I mean, we had ceiling height issues. This was an unconstructed space, so just bare brick. There was nothing really that got you excited about this, but with a bit of determination, I was really enthused with what the client did with this space. And they've actually transformed it into a really rigorous utility space that's got washing, drying, a huge amount of storage, and even these beautiful elements like space to actually take your drying off the washing and drying elements and just dry it and sort out How are you going to work through all of that? Washing and drying, all the fun stuff. But I think this is a great space. I love that the floor finish actually turns up onto the walls. It's rigorous, but it's rigorously designed and rigorously thought through. So now the basement is actually a space that one can enjoy. You can get work done in here, looking after the house, and it's got a fantastic staircase, which you won't be able to see, but that actually helps you get down here. So if you've ever got a basement at home, you're thinking what can be done with it, this is a great example to show you don't need that much head height, you don't need that much width, but look how practical we can be, and look how much space we can create down here that leaves so much more space upstairs for what is a fantastic layout. So we're in the front living room area. This is one of the parts of the house that remained very similar to the layout that we inherited. I think what's interesting about this space is we discussed about having corridors through this area that would link you to the new bedrooms. And it was a design element that we really thought a lot through. But in terms of, again, light, layout, flow, we felt that the space flowed so much more effortlessly by making this and keeping it open plan, so you could go from front living room to the middle sitting area, straight to the dining and kitchen room, or you could access the small corridor to both bedrooms. And I think this space has been refurbished really well. I think, again, the lighting fixtures are beautiful and ornate, and there's some really beautiful restored details on the ceiling. I really like this space. I think it's really clean, contemporary, still keeps elements of the heritage, but allows us through the design to really flow through the house well. Okay, so we're actually in one of the double bedrooms that is at the front of the property. The quality of finishing in this space is beautiful, from the natural timber floors, period skirtings, the restoration work that's been done to the ceiling. It matches period with contemporary design. But changing the layout is so important when you're looking at spaces and buildings like this. And this room really lent itself to being a really good double-sized bedroom. It also has a beautiful amount of natural light coming in from the front bay window, and so nice to have glimpses of the common just a few streets away. So this is a really fun part of the house. This is one of the kids' bedrooms, and there's so many fun details in this space. I mean, as you can see here, the bed is encased in an arch, and that was a lovely idea that came from the client actually, to actually make this space much more playful. I really like, and we really thought about it when we were planning and designing the layout, that we had bed space, we had cupboard space and storage space, and as you can see, it's very tall. So this is floor to ceiling storage, all concealed nice and cleanly in the bedroom. And then again, lovely finishes here with almost like a Hessian type curtain that closes off the slide-in doors. Again, beautiful floor and just a really thoughtful palette here. So I really like this space. Again, it's so much more of an improvement from what was there before. This was a bedroom that was in need of complete renovation, new glazing, and this now opens out to the garden, and there's a lovely walkway at the back that connects all of the different spaces. So again, thinking about how spaces are planned, this is a bedroom that's slightly away from the other two bedrooms, but has great access outdoors and back through to the corridor. So really happy with how this space works, and I hope you enjoy the arch and the great design.